Well, hi you guys. How you guys doing? So hopefully you guys are having a great Halloween. So we're going to be doing a deep dive and do a little bit of analysis of the one and only Estepario Siberiano. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Marroquin. I'm a drummer and music content creator here on YouTube. We're going to be analyzing a video and reacting to the cost, which is his band that he has. The song we're looking at is Bricklayer. It's the live version of it. I think I've heard of the song before. I want to say I have. I tried to double check that I did, but it seems like I haven't. But I want to make a special shout out to the person who suggested for me to do an analysis of Estepario. The person is My Sound Fix. So thank you for suggesting and recommending that I should check him out. Before I make my other shout out, I do want to say, explain a little bit more Estepario a little bit more. He is not AI. You might see my thumbnail or whatnot. People call him a drum machine, which I would say that he is. I mean, the guy's an unbelievable drummer. His technique is by far one of the best out there. And like I've mentioned in the past before, he uses the molar technique, which if you don't know what that is, I'll show you real quick. So like in the past, I've said that a lot of these metal drummers, they use what they call the molar technique, which is a snap technique, and it has a bit of a snap motion to it. All right. So the best thing to go about it, well, obviously, besides playing it slow, you gotta start upwards like this. You could do like a 90-degree angle or as far back as you want, but start with the 90-degree angle, then snap, hit the drum again, and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I did look at one of the other videos that Estepario has out in his channel, a video that he released about 6 months ago, Rat-a-tat by Missy Elliott. And like I mentioned before, he uses a lot of a finger technique as well, on the combination with his molar technique and doing the push-pull technique, using his fingers. That's another thing that you have to do when you're playing fast. Obviously, having a little bit of a loose grip. I tell my students to hold your sticks like this, like so, like you don't want to hold them. Like it's the most disgusting thing. You have to pick up like the dirty tissue. You guys might be familiar with that. And using a bit of a finger technique. All right. The guy is extremely disciplined to what he does. You can tell that he spent countless hours mastering his technique, his precision, his timing. I mean, he could play polyrhythms. And he does that, and with the video that I mentioned, he does that with both of his hands. He's playing 4 here, 4 hits right here, and then 3 hits on the other hand. So that's a combination of polyrhythm. He may have some software to make his drums sound as the way they do. When I do my drum cover shorts, I use Superior Drummer 3 to get the sound that I want. Maybe he used something like that. Maybe he used Easy Drummer, or samples to make his drums sound great as they do. A lot of professional mixers and audio engineers, they do that to make the drums sound better. And, there's some pros and cons because you don't want to overdo it. You want to find the right blend, the right mix to make the drums sound as great as they should and not to sound lifeless. And what I mean by lifeless, to have dynamics, to sound as natural as possible. And you get a lot of people criticizing drummers for using triggers and stuff like that. And like I said, and somebody would agree, and I've seen one of his videos about it, about using drum triggers or samples, not cheating at all. You have to play good. You can't sound like crap and expect to have a great recording. I mean, even the top engineers would say that, but they can't fix something that can't be cured. I guess that's the best analogy to put it. If it sounds like crap, the end result is going to be crap. Bottom line. That's just the way it is. And I'm going to put my 6 back here. What Estepario has been able to achieve is remarkable. You know, not a lot of people are able to do that, and you have to spend some time with your craft. And you, like I've said, he spent hours and hours and hours mastering his craft, his technique, making sure that it's just flawless and his timing is impeccable with his hands and feet. You know, it's incredible how much independence he has in his limbs. And he is known for not just for his chops. A lot of people just say, he's too choppy and this and that. And I get it, you know, and I can see that sometimes. But a lot of the times it's just the patterns that he creates. And that's what us as the drummers have to take the time to come up with some interesting patterns, you know. And it doesn't have to be all complicating, you know, and having the right finesse, you know. You gotta have, you should have that flair and stuff like that if that's you. If not, then, you know, find something that would reflect you as a musician and as a drummer. And what I mean by that is maybe you might do a stick flip while you're playing. You know, I love to do that when I'm playing, and I like to have a little bit more of like stroke rolls and stuff like that. And maybe Estepario uses that, but he is known for doing gravity beats. So using one-handed rolls and stuff like that. And I, you know, like I said, I noticed he uses his finger techniques too, the push-pull, just to play fast rhythm, fast beat. You know, he's an incredible metal fusion drummer, I guess you could say. Anywho, let's go to the video. Like I said, my sound fix, thank you for allowing me to be able to talk a little bit more of Estepario. He's a machine, I can say that, but he's one of the greats out there. You know, what can I say? If he does watch this video, hey, saludes, amigo. All right, so let's go to the video and let's check out Bricklayer, all right? The cost. So we'll probably just do a little bit more of a deep dive here. I mean, it's got the right energy and power. Nice. That's such a really great toe from the bass player. You know, Estepario has this easy setup, simple setup, which is not easy setup, but simple setup. One rack tom, 4 tom. And Estepario's doing a great job, like matching the rhythm of the kick drum, and I mean the rhythm of the bass guitar and the guitarist. He's doing a great job doing that with his kick drum pedal. And plus, Estepario is able to use a quadruple pedal. That's hard in itself. I can barely use the double. Of course, he uses minor cymbals. He does a polyrhythm right there. I have to check that out a little bit. They did a great job filling up the sound. They're really, really tight. Really, really tight. Like, the drums and the bass are really solid. Yep. Play with the high hand between.
Thank you, Leonardo. Muchísimas gracias.
Seems like they're in the Latin American country. Maybe in Spain? I don't know. Huh. Great song. Really simple, nothing too crazy. I was really was digging the rhythm of that song and how the drums and the bass guitars were really locked in and how heavy and thick that was sounding. Anywho, we'll leave it there. I think I've talked enough, and I'm probably going to get a lot of people bashing on that as well. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel and turn on my notification bell down below. That way you're getting notified of upcoming videos that I have here on my channel. Also, special shout out to Sonar Works. All right. I don't want to forget that. I am affiliated with them. So check out their 21-day free trial. They just helped me out with calibrating my monitors and my headphones that you see here. Well, these are my in-ears, but my monitors and headphones. Check them out. They have a 21-day free trial for you to test run and use them as a plugin for your DAW or as a standalone plugin. And if you move forward with them, part of that commission will go to me helping out this channel so I can release more content here on my YouTube channel. All right, you guys. So down below, you can follow me on social media along with my band, The Late Night Legends, and my merch down below as well, which today is the last day for my 30% off discount of my book, Gratitude is Your Power. So check it out for yourself. Free PDF guide as well for you metal drummers out there that want to start learning how to play drums or refine your metal drumming skills as well. I have a free guide down below. So go on there, sign up as well, which I'll give you more tips for free every week. And if you want to take it a step further, we could have a one-on-one lesson. Click on the link below, sign up, and book up a time with me. First lesson is free. All right, you guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for sticking around. Have a happy Halloween. Stay safe, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. All right, take care, guys. Bye.